Lions news fan report. Imagine a coach so charismatic and influential that his mere presence has become one of the most important pillars of the recent success of the Detroit Lions. Now, imagine that this very coach may be considering a future away from the franchise. Rumors are circulating behind the scenes of the NFL, and the possibility of Dan Campbell leaving the Lions is becoming an inevitable topic of conversation among analysts, fans, and even within the organization itself. Since taking charge of the team in 2021, Campbell has earned not only respect but also admiration from players and fans for his unique approach. His authentic and energetic style has been one of the key factors in transforming the team's mentality, which was once marked by uncertainty and doubt, but is now seen as a team that fights with grit and purpose. The change in attitude was immediate, and the renewed confidence within the locker room was reflected in the players' performance, who now believe in their ability to achieve great things. At the same time, the once skeptical fan base has begun to dream again of a promising future for the Lions. Campbell's impact on the team and on the city of Detroit goes far beyond wins and losses on the field. One of Campbell's biggest admirers inside the team is quarterback Jared Goff. Since his arrival in Detroit after the controversial trade with the Los Angeles Rams, Goff has found not only a new opportunity for his career, but also a welcoming and motivating environment. Largely due to Campbell's leadership style. During a recent interview on the Glue Guys podcast, Goff once again praised the coach's qualities, highlighting how Campbell can bring out the best in each player. However, in the midst of his admiration, Goff let slip a few words that sparked speculation about Campbell's future with the Lions. The tone of the conversation seemed to suggest that the quarterback, too, is reflecting on the direction of the team and the possible departure of its leader. Among a few lighthearted stories about Campbell's vibrant personality in the locker room, Goff mentioned a curious habit of the coach. Campbell, known for creating a relaxed atmosphere to relieve the team's stress, frequently plays songs that marked his personal and professional life. He plays a AC/DC, Metallic, Something from Our Generation, and then throws a modern hit in the middle just to see the players' reactions. We never quite know what his intention is, but in the end, he has a special way of creating connections, Goff said. But could this relaxation technique be more than just a characteristic of Campbell's unique style? Might it be a sign that he's in a more reflective phase regarding the future of his career? What seemed like simple fun in the locker room might, in fact, be a way for Campbell to ease internal tensions, both his own and the players', as he makes significant decisions about what comes next. Behind the scenes, speculation about Campbell's future is intensifying. His name has already been discussed in closed circles about possible opportunities with other NFL franchises. Some sources indicate that Campbell might be interested in taking on a new project, perhaps even an administrative role within the league, where he could apply his strategic vision and leadership skills on a larger scale. If this change happens, the impact on the Detroit Lions would be colossal. Not just the loss of a great coach, but of a mentor and a symbol of a new era for the team. If Campbell does leave, the Lions would face the monumental challenge of maintaining the same level of competitiveness and team spirit that he helped build. When asked about Campbell's longevity in Detroit, Goff avoided giving a direct answer. Dan has a unique way of leading. He knows exactly when to relieve pressure and when to demand the most from us. I don't see anyone like him in the league today, the quarterback stated. While Goff was clear about his respect for Campbell, his tone seemed to indicate a certain resignation, as if he knows that the coach's future might lie elsewhere, outside of Detroit. The sense that Campbell's days in charge of the Lions might be coming to an end is growing stronger. Another key point raised by Goff was Campbell's emotional intelligence, a quality that has been vital to his success with the team. He understands the players like no one else. He knows when a guy needs a little extra push, and when he needs a moment to breathe. That's rare, very rare. I've learned a lot from him about leadership, said the quarterback. However, this learning could be a sign of preparation for a future without Campbell. Could Goff, being one of the most influential players on the team, be being groomed to take on a more prominent role within the organization? If Campbell really decides to leave, who would be ready to lead the team and maintain the same camaraderie and success? Campbell is known for not following conventional leadership patterns. His charismatic, often unpredictable approach has earned the trust of players, but also created a complex relationship with the media and critics. His way of working is far more emotional than strategic, always putting the motivation and well-being of the players ahead of traditional tactics. However, at the same time, any sign of change can create immense uncertainty within the team. If he really is considering leaving the Lions, who will be able to maintain the vibrant energy and identity that he instilled? Additionally, the market becomes an important issue, as the Lions emerge as one of the most dynamic and promising teams in the NFL in recent years. Many franchises are eyeing not only the standout players but also the winning mentality that Campbell helped cultivate. The departure of such an influential coach could change the dynamic of the league. If Campbell decides to leave, he would become a highly sought-after target for other teams looking to reshape their rosters and cultures. Has any team already made an offer to him? And if he's aiming for an even bigger challenge, such as leading a franchise with a larger budget and Super Bowl aspirations, what does that mean for the Lions? While the Lions players and fans continue to hope for Campbell's long-term commitment, rumors are swirling that his next steps might involve a change of scenery. Campbell's name has come up in discussions about head coaching opportunities with other NFL teams, as well as potential administrative roles within the league. Some insiders speculate that Campbell might be considering a fresh challenge, perhaps leading another team or even shifting into a higher-level executive role. The possibility of Campbell stepping away would have a profound impact on the Lions, not just in terms of football strategy, but also in the loss of a coach who served as a mentor and cultural leader. If he leaves, Detroit will face the task of finding someone who can replicate his leadership and sustain the team's competitive edge. As the speculation grows, even Goff seems resigned to the idea that Campbell's time in Detroit may be drawing to a close. He knows how to handle pressure, Goff said. He knows when to push us and when to give us a break. There's no one else in the league quite like him. But while Goff's words express admiration, they also suggest that the quarterback understands the inevitability of change. With Campbell's future uncertain, the question becomes, who will step up to lead the Lions if he leaves? Will it be Goff, who has matured into one of the team's most influential voices, or another player who can maintain the camaraderie that Campbell has built? The story of a coach is not written just with wins and losses, but with the legacies he leaves behind. The transformation of players, the connection with fans, and the identity he helps to build within a franchise. What comes next for Dan Campbell? Will he continue to shape the fate of the Lions, or is his journey in the NFL about to take a new, grander, and more challenging direction? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the NFL is on alert, and any move by Campbell could trigger a series of changes that will affect the entire league. If you want to stay up to date with everything happening behind the scenes of the NFL and not miss any updates on the future of Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions, subscribe to the Lions News Fan Report and stay ahead of all the news.